Everybody thinks they know who the greatest quarterback of all time is. But when you look at leadership toughness and the ability to elevate a team when everything is on the line, the real number one might surprise you. Today, we're counting down the top 10 quarterbacks in NFL history and what their stories can teach us about purpose, grit, and never quitting. Number 10. Roger Staubach. Roger Staubach didn't even start his NFL career until age 27 because he served in the Navy. But once he arrived in Dallas, he became the heartbeat of America's team. He played 11 seasons, all with the Cowboys, after coming out of the Naval Academy. He threw for more than 22,000 yards, over 150 touchdowns, and led Dallas to 2 Super Bowl championships. He also posted one of the highest winning percentages of any quarterback in NFL history. Staubach proves that your timeline doesn't have to match anyone else's. Purpose doesn't expire, and neither did he. At number 9, Johnny Unitas. Johnny Unitas played 17 seasons, mostly with the Baltimore Colts, after coming out of Louisville. He was the original field general, the man who brought timing routes, 2-minute drills, and modern quarterbacking into the league before anyone else imagined it. He threw for more than 40,000 yards and nearly 300 touchdowns, won 1 Super Bowl, Super Bowl V, and added 3 NFL championships before the Super Bowl era even existed. Unitas played in a time when quarterbacks got hit on every play, and he still dominated. He reminds us that greatness starts with the pioneers, the ones who build the foundation everyone else stands on. And number 8, Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes came out of Texas Tech and has already played 7 seasons, all with the Kansas City Chiefs. More than 35,000 passing yards, nearly 300 touchdowns, 3 Super Bowl victories, and he's still in his prime. Mahomes isn't just winning, he's redefining what a quarterback can be. The arm angles, the creativity, the vision, the leadership. He's doing things we've never seen before, and he's doing them consistently. If he keeps going at this pace, he may finish even higher on this list one day. At number 7, Brett Favre. Brett Favre played 20 seasons, starting in Atlanta, becoming a legend in Green Bay, and finishing with the Jets and Vikings. Not bad for a kid out of Southern Miss who wasn't supposed to be anything special. He threw for more than 70,000 yards and over 500 touchdowns, won 1 Super Bowl, and played with a fearless, joyful toughness that defined an entire era. Favre teaches us that greatness isn't about perfection. It's about showing up, again and again, no matter what. Before we go any further, just one simple ask. If you're enjoying this countdown, like, subscribe, and leave a comment. It's a small thing that helps us keep making content like this. Let's continue. At number 6, Dan Marino. Dan Marino played 17 seasons, all with the Miami Dolphins, after coming out of Pitt. He threw for more than 61,000 yards and over 400 touchdowns, numbers that were unheard of in his era. He never won a Super Bowl, but his arm talent changed the entire league. Marino reminds us that impact isn't always measured in rings. Sometimes it's measured in how you elevate the game itself. At number 5, John Elway. John Elway spent his entire 16-year career with the Denver Broncos after starring at Stanford. He threw for more than 51,000 yards, 300 touchdowns, and added over 3,000 rushing yards, one of the highest rushing totals ever for a classic pocket passer. A 9-time Pro Bowler, a league MVP, and a 2-time Super Bowl champion, Elway delivered when it mattered most. His helicopter dive in Super Bowl 32 is still one of the most iconic plays in NFL history. Elway shows us that sometimes the breakthrough doesn't come early. It comes at the end, after years of grinding, learning, and refusing to quit. Number 4, Drew Brees. Drew Brees played 20 seasons, first with the Chargers, then with the Saints, after being overlooked coming out of Purdue. Too short, too small, too risky. That's what the scouts said. And then he went out and threw for more than 80,000 yards, won 1 Super Bowl, and brought a championship to New Orleans when the city needed hope the most. Brees proves that the world doesn't get to decide your ceiling. You do. At number 3, Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning played 18 seasons, 14 with the Colts and 4 with the Broncos, after dominating at Tennessee. 5 MVP awards, 2 Super Bowl titles, and a mind that could dissect a defense before the ball was even snapped. He wasn't the fastest or the strongest, but he was the most prepared. Manning teaches us that excellence is built long before the lights come on. And number 2, Joe Montana. Joe Montana played 16 seasons, mostly with the 49ers, after coming out of Notre Dame. Cool, calm, surgical, for Super Bowls, for wins, 0 losses, 11 touchdowns and 0 interceptions on the biggest stage in sports. Montana didn't panic. He didn't force. He trusted his preparation and delivered when it mattered most. He shows us that composure is a superpower. And at number 1, Tom Brady. Tom Brady played 23 seasons, 20 with the Patriots and 3 with the Buccaneers, after being overlooked at Michigan. 7 Super Bowl titles, more than 89,000 passing yards, nearly 700 touchdowns. Brady wasn't the fastest. He wasn't the strongest. He wasn't even the starter in college. But he outworked everyone. He outfocused everyone. And he outlasted everyone. Brady proves that greatness is a decision, not a gift. Every quarterback on this list has something in common. Not talent, not size, not speed, but purpose. A deep, internal drive that kept them going when the world doubted them, when the critics mocked them, when the setbacks piled up, and when quitting would have been easier. That's what freedom in purpose is all about. It's not about being perfect. It's about being committed. It's about waking up every day with something worth fighting for. You don't need to be a quarterback to live with purpose. You just need to decide that your story isn't finished yet. Because your breakthrough, just like theirs, is always closer than you think.